It looks like Drake and Kendrick Lamar might finally be ready to call a truce and put their messy beef behind them, because word on the street is that Drake finally reached out to Kendrick to settle their differences. Now, as crazy as that sounds, it actually makes a lot of sense when you look at everything that's happened over the past few months. Since Kendrick dropped They Not Like Us and Meet the Grams, Drake has been on a month-long crash out, doing everything from complaining about Spotify to suing his own record label, accusing them of sabotaging his career. But now, all of a sudden, he's trying to bury the hatchet? Something is definitely up. Let's break it all down. Drake is probably regretting ever stepping into this beef because it has put him in one of the worst positions he's ever been in as an artist. Sure, his diehard fans are still riding for him, but let's be real, the majority of hip-hop culture, industry elites, and even the general public have sided with Kendrick. Even celebrities have been showing their support for Kendrick in very public ways.
I mean, y'all remember Serena Williams crip walking when she danced to They Not Like Us at the award show last year.
And if I've learned anything this year, it's that none of us, not a single one of us, not even me, should ever pick a fight with Kendrick Lamar. He will make your hometown not like you. The next time Drake sits courtside at a Raptors game, they're gonna Forrest Gump him. Sight's taken.
But that's not even all of it, because Metro Boomin and Future also backed Kendrick during the beef. Metro Boomin accused Drake of shady tactics and trying to sabotage him. Metro Boomin tweeted, "I'm lame, but the first week after Like That, you tried to block it at radio. I've been sitting on this email for a month now, but was just sparing you. Oh, you ain't like that record." He also hinted that he had some very heavy tea on Drake, saying, "Now go make another song, tell him more lies, cause we both know you can't tell everyone why I don't F with you. That wouldn't be a good look either for you, so I'ma spare us both with that." This is the same Metro Boomin that made BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. But Rick Ross jumped into the chat and also made it clear that he was Team Kendrick. But to be fair, that was because Drake dragged him unprovoked into one of his diss tracks against Kendrick. In the song Push-Ups, Drake said, "I'ma take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in, this ninja turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart he got from Drizzy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay out of my business." He took a shot at Rick Ross, the boss, because he was featured on Metro Boomin and Drake's collaborative album where they dragged Drake, even though Rick Ross didn't personally come for him.
Y'all remember Serena Williams crip walking to They Not Like Us at an award show last year? And if we learned anything this year, it's that none of us, not a single one of us, should ever pick a fight with Kendrick Lamar. The crowd was screaming their lungs out when Kendrick took the stage at the Grammys to accept 5 major awards, while Drake was sitting at home, watching his empire crumble. And get this, Metro Boomin and Future even backed Kendrick during the beef. Metro exposed Drake for trying to sabotage his album, revealing that Drake tried to block Like That from getting radio play. Then there's Rick Ross, who wasn't even involved in the beef until Drake randomly dissed him. On his track, Push-Ups, Drake tried to clown Ross for being almost 50 years old and still jumping into rap beefs. But Ross came right back with his own diss track, Champagne Moments, where he exposed Drake for using ghostwriters and even mocked him for allegedly getting plastic surgery. He rapped, "Yeah, you had that surgery, that six-pack gone. That's why you're wearing that funny sign at your show. You can't hide it, none." White boy. BBL Drizzy is real, y'all. And if all of that wasn't bad enough, Drake got completely embarrassed at the Grammys. Even Beyonce was out here crip walking to They Not Like Us, and Taylor Swift was trying her hardest to two-step along. But the biggest slap in the face, Drake's own record label, Universal Music Group, celebrated Kendrick's win.
So yeah, Drake seems to have a lot of ops in the industry, but we didn't just know how bad it was. We thought that he would have had a whole lot more allies in the industry. But that quickly changed when Kendrick not only swept up 5 major Grammys, but did y'all hear how loud the crowd screamed "A minor" when Kendrick went up on that stage to receive his award? And he was decked stepped out in the Canadian tuxedo. Y'all, I know this broke Drake down bad. And it just goes to show just how massive the support for Kendrick is in the industry. Until now, we thought that Drake still had a decent number of supporters, but even Beyonce was fighting a crip walk dance in A Day Not Like Us, which says a lot because we know that Beyonce doesn't like to involve herself in petty beef like this, but I mean, the beat is what it is.
When Kendrick won Song of the Year, UMG's CEO Lucian Grainge literally high-fived Dr. Dre, a clear sign that even his own label had turned against him. Why did UMG turn on Drake? Well, maybe it has something to do with the fact that Drake sued them. Drake filed a massive lawsuit against UMG, claiming they sabotaged him and artificially boosted Kendrick's diss track to make it look like a bigger cultural moment than it actually was. But instead of making Drake look like a victim, the lawsuit only made him look desperate. Fans and industry insiders turned against him even more, clowning him for being so salty over losing a rap battle that he had to take it to court. And the worst part? Drake accusing Kendrick of defamation when he was out here spreading crazy rumors about Kendrick's personal life. Drake literally accused Kendrick of beating his fiancée, not being the real father of his own child, being a hypocrite for his good guy image. So how is Drake going to turn around and claim defamation? It's the ultimate case of the pot calling the kettle beige. And things just keep getting worse for Drake. That lawsuit from Lil Rod against Diddy exposed some major dirt on UMG, and Lucian Grainge was named in the lawsuit as a co-defendant. According to the lawsuit, Lucian was directly involved in Diddy's shady activities, allegedly financing and enabling his behavior. The lawsuit even claims that Lucian Grainge and Diddy would disappear into private rooms for hours at a time. And guess what? Just when UMG thought they had escaped the drama by getting themselves removed from Lil Rod's lawsuit, Drake turned around and started suing them too. So now, Lucian is pissed. Sources say UMG is absolutely furious with Drake, because after everything they've done for him, he turned around and betrayed them. And let's be real, UMG has covered up a lot for Drake over the years. They shielded him from multiple scandals, gave him one of the biggest record deals in history, $500 million, buried messy situations that could have ended his career. And this is how he repays them? Now, industry insiders are saying that Drake is in deep trouble. Not only has he lost public favor, but he's also alienated some of the most powerful people in the music industry. And when powerful people turn on you, that's when your career starts to disappear overnight. Which is why people now believe that Drake is desperately trying to squash the beef with Kendrick. He knows he's fighting a losing battle, and UMG has the power to completely ruin him if they want to. And if all of that wasn't proof enough that Drake is waving the white flag, he made a huge statement at one of his recent concerts. Drake walked out wearing a hoodie with bullet holes and smoke coming out of it, basically admitting that he got smoked by Kendrick. Meanwhile, Kendrick himself is playing it cool, saying in a recent interview that the beef was all in the name of sport. He said, "I love when artists grit their teeth. I still watch battle rap. I love the competition. This was just a continuation of that." So does this mean the beef is officially over? Or is Drake just trying to save himself from complete career destruction? What do y'all think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.